絶対的な女王のもと円卓が守護する妖精国予言の子が現れ巡礼の鐘は鳴るフェイトグランドオーダーコスモス・イン・ザ・ロストベルト妖精円卓領域アバロン・ルフェ
Hello everyone, welcome back for some more Let's Play Fate Grand Order. Few things between parts. One, finished up my missions, because of course I had to. Two, I did Grail Morgan to level 100. I talked with my friends, and they're like, the thing that got me was my friend Somar. He was like, are you one of those freaks with over 20 Holy Grails? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, use them. Use them. So I decided to. I also did Gareth's new rank up quest. Now Gareth does, I think it's the one that was just gets guts is now gets C stars as well. Here's another thing there. So hey, that's good. More Gareth, always welcome. Let's continue with the story. Aurora. We heard that name earlier. I don't necessarily know who that is. I know what that is. But let's see. Let us go in. Aurora. Aurora Borealis. Yes. Good morning, everyone. My gosh, that bed was just so comfortable. I'm glad to hear it. That makes all the trouble I went through to get the mattress just right worth it. Fairy beds are just imitations of real beds, so the mattresses might as well have been boulders before I adjusted them. I'm here as well. If you'd like, I'd be happy to play a song to help you all wake up. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get going. Whoa there, I'm glad you're so fired up, but let's just take it easy, okay? Yes, none of the High Queen soldiers are here in Salisbury, but she definitely has sympathizers here. So we just need to play it cool and casual, okay? You're going out to Vinci? So you're not gonna wait tables with your beautiful roller skating today? I don't like this guy. Sorry, I'm off to do some sightseeing, but don't worry, I'll hop out in the afternoon. Oh, right. That was our deal, wasn't it? Hey, you there. I don't know which clan you're from, but you better not tire Da Vinci out, you hear? Da Vinci. I like that name. Huh? What's up, Tanner? Something on your mind? The sky looks awfully similar to how it did yesterday. Oh, that? Yeah, I was surprised by that at first, too. The weather here never changes. It's got one sky pattern for day and another for night, and that's it. It does supposedly rain here sometimes, but apparently it's just always cloudy here. No blue skies. Huh? Blue skies? Do Britain's skies turn blue sometimes? Oh, yes. When there are no clouds in the sky, it becomes a beautiful shade of blue as far as the eye can see. Though that's not to say these skies aren't beautiful in their own right. So the same color as bluebells, then? That's what your skies look like? Wow! Then your world must be very bright and beautiful. Kind of place where everyone always smiles and helps one another, no matter how hard life gets. I wish it was that case. Anyway, shall we start gathering information then? Oh, and I need to pretend to be Tanner's owner, right? Oh, then maybe I'll try acting like a big shot and going to one of those restaurants I've heard so much about. Did you know they won't even let you into a Woodwoses? Woodwose? Woodwose? Without an attendant? Hey, as long as there are a lot of fairies there, I'm good with wherever. Okay, so let's scope out the place where we pretend to just be taking a walk. We'll also want to keep our ears peeled for any juicy rumors and talk to people ourselves at times. Have I heard anything about a fairy in iron armor? What, are you guys interested in joining the High Queen's army? Don't bother. Nothing good will come from joining them now. It's the year Einsel prophesied about, remember? The child of prophecy will appear this year and bring salvation to all. Who knows, maybe the High Queen will finally cut us a break on our tax if she actually takes a few licks for once. Huh? You're not looking to join? You're looking for a lost companion? We can't help you then. Iron armor? You won't find anything like that here. You'll have to go to Norwich for iron. They ought to still be making those silly weapons up there, at least if Spriggan hasn't shut down the mine. We've fought many Spriggans. What kind of weapons, you say? What else? Swords, spears, bows, axes, you know, the usual. I swear, I never thought I'd see the day fairies would use iron weapons of all things. Yeah, the whole fairies and silver are iron metal. They don't go together. That's why in Pokemon, steel is super effective against fairy.
What could the High Queen be thinking? Still, at least a child of prophecy should be able to do something about that. We just gotta be patient a little longer.
Hey, have you guys heard about the latest about the Calamity Pool in Norwich? They say Norwich's sky is pitch black now, even during daytime. There's no way they're gonna last much longer there, not with such a calamity present. I mean, between all the iron, soot, noise, and humans there, they have nothing to blame but themselves, no one rather. But even so, I just can't help but worry. I mean, what are we gonna do if Norwich refugees decide to come here to Salisbury? We have so much history here, and we've got too many Earth Clan fairies as it is. But Lady Aurora is so kind, I can't imagine her turning them away. Aurora's the leader here, okay.
You're looking for something? Or are you just searching in just Salisbury or all of Britain? If it's all of Britain, these fairies here aren't gonna be much help. It's so nice here in Salisbury that nobody wants to leave. If you want to know what's going on in other cities, you'll have to visit them yourself. No, but you don't have wings, do you? Well, then rule that out then. If the Moors get you, it's all over. Anyway, I wonder what tonight's festival's gonna be about. I hope it's another play about the child of prophecy and the evil witch. I love the part where the High Queen and her dog Knight finally get what's coming to them.
Wait, I think I know who the Dog Knight is. Fed up. Ugh. Okay, not much luck today, huh? I mean, I wasn't really expecting to find a solid lead in just one day. But all anyone wanted to talk about was the Child of Prophecy. They barely even listened to what we had to say. Indeed. That last fairy tried to get us to buy some questionable Child of Prophecy merchandise. I haven't seen a whole city so feverishly excited about something other than Christmas. A Child of Prophecy craze, Sounds like there's a lot of money to be made there. I wonder who this Child of Prophecy could be. Boy, you're not hiding it, huh? Yeah, the only other thing these fairies want to talk about besides the Child of Prophecy were the rumors going around about Norwich, eastern port town. Gotta say, it's really made me curious about this Child of Prophecy too. I wonder what kind of fairy they are. If they really are planning to fight Morgan like the prophecy says, maybe we can even convince him to help us. What do you think? Should we try looking for this Child of Prophecy as well as Mash? Any fairy who can get the other fairies so excited must be incredibly brave and strong. I'm happy they give her so many faces. Good day, everyone. I'm back once again. This gotta be our guy. Not as many customers today, I see. Hey, over here, Oberon. What's up? Hey there. Having a little lunch after your morning walk around the city, huh? Anyway, it looks like you're all having fun. Hope you don't mind if I join you. I'm a passable fighter at best, but I'm a master of killing with compliments. Much more peaceful that way. Okay, so I was sent... There was a comic by the artist who did Oberon there. And that apparently a large inspiration was Kentaro Miura, the author of Berserk. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to show Miura the art that he made of Oberon because Miura passed away, sadly. And learning that, like, I can feel a lot of the inspiration of, like, Berserk's notions of beauty and regalness. Like, I can feel that from Oberon quite a bit. So that inspiration there, it's nice to know, and it does endear me, quite a bit. And the fact that there's some servants that get made by guest authors, guest artists, and then they just get kind of like, yeah, they might draw art every now and then, but they don't really feel like they're connected to them. But then you get some that like really like their servants, right? And I do like those. Here, I'll show you. Before long, I'll be heaping on so much praise on Artoria, she'll be begging me for mercy. Artoria, why? You mean you haven't told them yet, Artoria? The Child of Prophecy everyone's on about? That's her. I just assume you know since she's got King Arthur's name and all. I'm happy that we got to this point so quickly. I mean, yeah, the thought did cross my mind once I heard you were named Artoria, But still you? Artoria, really? I mean, let's be real, you have less magical energy than most fairies, right? You might have better magical circuits than a human. Well, since you're a fairy, I guess they'd be Age of God patterns. Anyway, they're still below average for a fairy. Hell, even Mike there must be stronger than you. So how can you be the child of prophecy meant to defeat the High Queen? Mood. I know, you're right. It doesn't make sense, does it? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I know it's not right that someone like me is carrying around the staff of selection. Still, it's not like we know for certain that I'm the child of prophecy. There's a chance I might not be. Besides, I don't really have the guts to fight the High Queen, or the drive, or the determination. I don't belong to any of the clans either. I have so little magical energy that I have to fudge it with magecraft. I can't even get close to the bells I'm supposed to ring. I mean, I do plan to do the best I can in spite of that, but let's just say it's a very uphill battle. Honestly, I still don't know why I was chosen. You don't think you can do this, Artoria? I don't know. All I can say is that if I really am the child of prophecy, then there must be some way for me to fight. It's why I was born and how I was raised. Who am I kidding? I'm completely hopeless. The last time I came to Salisbury was to meet with the head of the Wind Clan, but I ended up deciding to try Manchester next because, well, Manchester United, you know. Go Man U. Because nobody here would even give me the time of day. I see. So that's why you didn't say anything sooner. Fairies can sense how much magical energy you've got at a glance, so I'm sure they only laughed when you told them you were the child of prophecy. They probably scolded you something fierce, huh? They did. So I thought I'd start by convincing the head of the clan of who I was, but they just turned me away at the gate. The head of the Wind Clan, huh? That'd be Aurora. Personally, I think you're pretty great as you are now, but I can see why you feel you need a boost to your prestige. Well, if that's the only problem, I can take care of that right now. What do you mean by that, Oberon? I mean, I can get you a meeting with Aurora if you want. Okay. All right. Oh, that's the church. There. See how easily we got in? Take a look. This is the heart of Salisbury, the home of its great bell. Esk Cathedral, the oldest and largest building in all of Fairy Britain. Now then, Aurora's room is on the top floor, so let's say we start heading up. I've already sent word of our arrival, so we shouldn't have any trouble with the Oh, hang on. Good day, King of the Autumn Woods. Your visit is sudden and unexpected, but we welcome you all the same here. However, it seems I must remind you that this cathedral is the holy ground where kings and queens are made, the esteemed site of High Queen Morgan's coronation 2,000 years ago. As such, regardless of how much affection Lady Aurora may have for you, I cannot allow such lowly creatures as humans to enter, attendants or not. Guards, to me, capture these unidentified fairies and that disgusting human. If the human submits, very well. However, should he attempt to resist or flee, dispose of him. Oh. It's been a while since we followed some of these guys. That goes for Oberon too, of course. You needn't show him any leniency. We've received complaints about him from pubs all across the city demanding that he pay his tabs. My, this isn't how I expected things to go. Maybe he's not actually as popular as he claims.
If those are your orders, Lady Coral, then we'll gladly comply, but are you sure about this? Lady Aurora told us to let him through right away. She seemed thrilled about his visit.
Don't you talk back to me. You may have been chosen to be guards, but you're still mere humans. Know your place. Unless, of course, you'd rather I turn you into rabbits so you don't have to be human anymore.
No, my lady. I'm very sorry about this, Lord Oberon. It really is nothing personal. We're just doing our jobs.
It seems we have no choice but to do battle, even though their hearts clearly aren't in it. Come, Tanner. Let's show them how strong we truly are. Sure. I'll thwack some humans. And let's see if we can get some more usage of... Let's see here. Does anyone have... Really? No? Are you serious? I mean, I put on my new servants. I summoned them and put them on. Dang, for real? It seems like a no. I mean, honestly, if I really want, I can just use someone else. Sure, let's just go with, you know what? Big Punchy. So we'll go with you two. And yeah, we'll, should we... You know what? I'm kind of interested in hearing more voice lines from you if you... Well, no, we shouldn't do that just for the fact that, there's a chance there... we should learn through the story, I'd hope, right? So we'll go with this, and you'll help out. Sounds good. Apparently, Merlin, Castoria, and, Morgan. Merlin, Morgan, Castoria is, like, a really good combo. Which, yeah, I could see that. I could see that absolutely. Aurora's guard here. Hey, Sea Stars, guess what? Oh, frick, we don't have anything. We don't. Wow, this is a bad hand. In that case, let's just start with just doing some stuff here. Oh, it's on slow still. I forgot to put it back. Oh no. Oh, it's so slow. Okay. And I do know that she does get a buff after you beat the story, so that's good. I don't know how much of a buff it is. I don't know what it actually does, but I do know that she does get a... There is a change to her when you beat the story. Yes, please attack him. And please do that. Good. Okay. Good, good, good. So, let's go. That's a lot on you. Let's go with this. Do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, and let's go 1, 2, 3. Because I think one good punch there. Yep, that'll kill. We move on. We kill you. Big Buffy. Okay. Wow, they're... I wonder if they're programmed to not attack her. That would be amazing. Let's do an attack up there. Not that we're gonna need it. We just need one crit and you win. Like that. Aw, the triple crit. We did 1,000,000 damage. We actually hit 1,000,000 on him. Freaking awesome. Nice. And we reach bond level 1. Very nice. Very nice indeed. What's a bunch of humans to super, super Orion? You see that, Coral? You see what Tanner and I are capable of? This is what happens when you look down on people for being human or having no money. Probably not a good time to point out that Oberon was just standing behind them cheering. Yeah, I was going to say he didn't do much. Very well. It would seem that human is indeed not your typical expendable worker. And Lady Aurora does love rare and unusual things. It's part of what makes her so strong. All right, just this once, I'll grant you an audience with her. But don't let this go to your head. Rare and unusual things are only interesting the first time you see them. Once the novelty wears off, they become worthless. If I were you, I would try to make the most of this good fortune, as there won't be many other such chances in the future. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Whoa. Boobies. Yep, that's a fairy, all right. Hold up. That beginning is the dog song that Hatsune Miku sings. Or rather, it's based on this, probably. Huh, no wonder that song sounded familiar. Hello, Oberon. What delightful story do you have for me today? You know so very many things, so I'm sure it must be something special. Whatever it is, I can't wait to hear it. I could use some cheer after that unfortunate news recently. Wow, she's beautiful. Why, yes, I have two things for you today. One is something you absolutely must know. The other is a request for a small favor. But don't worry, I won't take up much of your time at all. That said, could I first make a somewhat selfish request? You see, I'd like to keep what I'm about to tell you just between us. You don't mind keeping secrets, right? Oh my, you are a naughty one, aren't you? I don't usually care for scary stories, but a little thrill does sound like fun. Would you give us some privacy, Coral? Lady Aurora. It's all right. I know we can trust them, so it's only natural I answer in kind. As you wish, but please, don't hesitate to call for me if you should change your mind. You'll have to forgive Coral. She's a very proud girl and she can be quite inflexible. She probably gave you a very harsh welcome again, didn't she? I'm just glad to see you're not hurt. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, friends of Oberon. I'm Aurora, head of the Wind Clan and Lord of Salisbury. Now, what did you come here to tell me today? Oh, I guess it's no surprise the whole mood just changed. Figure she didn't become a head of the clan through her beauty alone. So the thing is, we're having trouble finding a companion of ours. Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. How many years has it been since a human spoke so frankly to me? Oh, how delightfully different. Tell me, what's your name? Are you a free citizen? What kind of pedigree do you... Oh, she's asking about my breeding. I'm so sorry. You already served this fine young fairy, don't you? Oh, goodness, how rude of me. Really, Aurora, you must do something about your tendency to take in every stray human you find. Otherwise, you'll eventually have every human in Britain living in Salisbury. And I'm sure you don't need any more resistance from your fellow clan members, seeing how you're the only one who favors coexistence. Yes, I know. You're right, of course. When I saw those big puppy eyes of his begging me for help, well, I just couldn't resist. Good grief. Well, that's exactly why I brought him to see you to begin with. Remember when I told you about Chaldea and the other world called proper human history? Well, this boy here is the master of Chaldea, and the two people behind him are servants, not fairies. Oberon? Don't worry, it's okay. Aurora here may be from Fairy Britain, but she thinks a lot like the fairies of proper human history. And while she'd never come out and say it, she's not happy with the state of things in Britain either, right? It's been 2,000 years now since Britain fell into Morgan's hands, and you've been here watching it unfold every step of the way. I think it's time for Morgan's reign to end, regardless of what form that end takes. I remember how your eyes sparkled with hope when I told you about the outside world. Tanner here has come to Britain solely to defeat Morgan. He's not even thinking about what happens afterwards. Suffice to say, he has no intention of ruling in Morgan's place once she's gone. Once the Chaldeans leave, whether Britain lives or dies will be for you and your fellow fairies to decide. Chaldea's definitely not going to care if you try to save what's left of it. They'll gladly stay out of your way. Morgan is their only concern, nothing more. So it would seem. While the girl in the back doesn't seem very happy that you're telling me this, the boy here isn't denying anything you say. So you're travelers from another world, a Briton that went down the right path. It's still hard to believe, but maybe this too is Einsel's guidance at work. That's the second time we've heard the name Einsel. Either way, one thing is clear. Since we both have our own troubles, it's only right that we help one another. Tanner, was it? You have my permission to act in Salisbury however you see fit, even if your actions should be in opposition to the land of the Fae. If you're looking for a lost companion, then I'll lend you the eyes of my fellow wind fairies in the other cities. I can't contact my compatriots in Norwich at the moment, but I will have my wind fairies in Oxford, Gloucester, New Darlington, and Camelot help you in your search. You need only tell Coral what your companion looks like. I just hope my clan can be of assistance. Thank you so much. All that said, I'd still like you to keep this relationship of ours on the down low for the time being. After all, you're the head of a clan. If Morgan finds out you've sided with Chaldea in proper human history, she may have all the Wind Clan fairies killed. This collaboration should be kept quiet. So, we can deny knowing anything about each other in case things come to that. All the Wind Clan fairies dead. So not even you could defeat High Queen Morgan if you faced her directly? No, I couldn't. She could wipe us all out with one flick of her finger. I see. Gosh, she's really something, isn't she? Oh yes, she's a very special fairy. The only one who could hope to defeat her is the Child of Prophecy from Einzel's last prediction. Right, Einsel was the one who predicted it. It's too bad this child has yet to come to reveal themselves. I can only hope they come to save us as soon as possible. Oh, he's gonna do it. He's really gonna do it. How right you are, Aurora. I may very well be about to make your day. There's someone I'd like you to meet. Huh? What are you doing, Oberon? Please stop. That's right. Artoria here is none other than the Star of Hope who hails from Tintagel. Born alongside the Staff of Selection that will bring Morgan to justice, she's the one, the only Child of Prophecy. Go on now, don't be shy. Oberon! Wow, you smacked him across the room. I heard ragdoll physics. You two have some delightful friends, Oberon. I'd love to be tackled to the ground like that myself sometime. Why, thank you. I can't say I expected such a direct method of silencing me either. Still, Artoria would never say anything if I hadn't put her on the spot like that. She's kind of a late bloomer, you see, and she's still not confident about being the Child of Prophecy. So we were hoping you'd be able to offer her your seal of approval. Say, for example, maybe you could ring one of the bells mention the prophecy? Huh? Wow, even I wouldn't have come up with that. Impressive. No, that I'm afraid I can't allow. Well, there is indeed a bell that is said to be the voice of the Wind Clan right above this room. Ascend, ascend, ascend. I can only let her ring once she has proven herself to me. Words alone will not suffice. She will need to demonstrate her ability so there can be no question. You said your name was Artoria, yes? Right? It's Artoria. It's Artoria, right? Right? And it seems you do indeed have the Staff of Selection. I still don't understand what the Staff of Selection truly signifies. The only one who does is Einsel, the head of the Mir clan, and no one has seen any member of the Mir clan for years. All I can do is see for myself whether you have the markings of a king. And how exactly do you propose to do that? Oh my, what a lovely voice, and here I thought you may be mute. Very well then, out of respect for those dulcet tones, I'll tell you my conditions. Alright, oh nope. Artoria, Tanner, I would like you two to show me that there is still hope for our world. So here's the test to see if Britain can still be changed. As you know, we fairies are plagued by a dark fate. Dark fate, Dark Google, show me the Dark Fate games. Oh, no, that was the first one I played. Because it has porn. Every hundred years a calamity befalls us. A curse that not even Morgan herself has been able to dispel. For the last few months, there have been a powerful Moor's current winding its way through Norwich, a calamity pool. If you two can rid Norwich of this calamity, then I will gladly give you access to Salisbury's bell. Okay, I see. I think my internet is down again. Come on. Come on. Oh, is it back up? It seems to be back up. We should be good, right? We should be good, right? Oh, there was an online update for Nox as well. I'll get that later. Remind me that later, please. I don't need that right now. I'm playing the game, of which I've learned there are 30 nodes. 30 nodes. That's a lot. So she wants us to get rid of the calamity in Norwich, huh? I didn't think she'd be the one to bring it up. What is the calamity in Norwich? I don't know much about these calamities either, since I've never seen one for myself, but I have heard plenty of stories. Apparently they're a kind of natural disaster that befalls Fairy Britain every 100 years. I've heard about these calamities too, and I've also told Tanner about them. Norwich is a port town in eastern Britain, and apparently it's been showing signs it'll be the home of the next calamity for a few months now. They say there's a ton of black soot rising into the air that's gathered above it like rain clouds. Is it going to be Vortigern comes back? Aurora said she'd permit us to ring the bell as long as we can resolve this calamity, right? So we need to disperse this clouds of soot, huh? Unfortunately, I never learned any magecraft that can do that. Well, that's okay. Norwich is a tall enough order that I think we can forget about it for the time being. Right now, our top priority is finding Mash. And now that Aurora is helping us, we should receive some word of her whereabouts in a few days. So all you guys need to do is wait at the inn until then. And again, doing nothing might not be the best use of your time, Okay, I'll send you a list of things you can do to earn money and gather information later then. What, are you going off on your own, bro? Well, you know, I thought about what Coral said, and I probably should see about paying my taps before I start racking up more. Okay, that's all for now. I'll see you again in 3 days. There. That should get them to rest up in Salisbury at least a little more. Meanwhile, I've got my work cut out for me. First, I'll need to go find out what's going on in Norwich. Ugh. Oh, welcome back, Blanca. How's the situation up north? How far have... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Knock na rib pronunciation. Oh no. My internet's not having a good time. I can't look up the pronunciation guide. Oh no. I'm gonna have to try. Please help. Oh jeez. Okay, I'll bring out my phone, because my phone I can use data if need be. Okay. Knock na Reeve. I think it's Reeve, right? That'd be Reeve at the end. Pronunciation. Alright, let's see here. Okay. Proper Irish pronunciation. Please say it. Come on. Play.
Crocknarive.
Crocknarive. Crocknarive. Okay. Crocknarive. Or knock. Is it knock? People are saying it could be knocknary. Knocknary. It's Knocknarive. Okay. Knocknarive. How far have Knocknarive's forces advanced? Another child of prophecy has shown up there? I definitely wasn't expecting that. Einzel didn't say anything about there being 2 of them in her prophecy. What? That puts Artoria in an even more precarious position. I thought I'd have more time. Yes. Well, of course Artoria is the real child of prophecy. That much was never in doubt. But it doesn't matter who the real one is. What matters will be who the fairies believe is the real one. Still, it's not all that bad. Let's focus on the silver lining here. A false child of prophecy in the North is bound to draw Morgan's attention, which means Artoria and Tanner should be safe for now. That'll give me time to ensure they grow stronger. They're not ready for Norwich. They need to experience Britain for themselves and to gain the power to adapt and conquer its challenges. Do we really have time for that, you say? You're a tough crowd, aren't you, Blanca? But you have to take your time with the opening act. That's how it was for us at first, too, remember? Is Blanca Titania? Bet you Blanca's Titania. Still thinking about that meeting? I dropped something on the floor. Oh no, I'm fine. I was just nervous since I'm not used to speaking with the head of an entire clan. Sorry, I've got a lot on my mind. I think I'm just gonna turn in for the night. Let's meet here again tomorrow morning, okay? Bye for now. She's gonna run away. She's gonna hoof it. She's not gonna be in here, that's for sure. Looks like we'll have to readjust our perceptions of her too. Come on, Tanner, Tristan, let's head back to our room. We should talk about our next moves while it's safe to do so. Okay, that's everything that's happened so far in a nice, tidy report. It's all yours now, Typhone. Oh, that's the bird. Take it away, my little familiar. Wow, that was some good bird noises, Tanner. And I'm like, yeah, thanks, I've been practicing. There, that takes care of our report to the Storm Border. We should hear back from them in about 2 days. Now let's go over everything we've learned so far. That said, our main topic isn't Morgan, but...
The child of prophecy who's supposedly going to defeat her, right?
Yep, the truth is, we've been dropping our guard around her a little too much. At first we thought it was just a coincidence that she shared a name with King Arthur and didn't think about it any further, but we can now say for certain that she is this Lostbelt's King Arthur. I'm sure I don't need to remind you too that Caldia already confronted the legends about King Arthur in the Sixth Singularity. But I still think it's worth our time to quickly refresh our memories of those legends, just so we're all on the same page. The legend of King Arthur takes place in the 5th century, at a time when Britain was in great turmoil. It began with the collapse of the Continental Empire. With the empire no longer keeping Britain safe, it came under frequent attacks by the Saxons, a foreign enemy who crossed the sea to attack British shores. At the time, Britain was an island nation ruled by many different clans and those clans' kings. While there were always constant squabbles between the clans, there was still also a war with the Picts up in the north, where the clans' kings agreed to work together. But one king created an irreparable rift in this alliance. That was King Vortigern, right? He used the other clans for his own ends, with the goal of ultimately uniting all of Britain. His name was Vortigern. He was said to be the avatar of a white dragon born from Britain itself, made to bring it to ruin. Vortigern invited the Saxons to the Isle, throwing it into chaos. Londinium, the fortress city that served as the heart of Britain during the Empire's reign, was also destroyed. Vortigern then defeated and killed Uther Pendragon, the greatest king in all of Britain. And so Britain entered a dark age, a time when none of the island could escape its imminent destruction. However, hope still remained. King Uther's most trusted aide Merlin, the great mage who long kept Britain safe, told people that this too was all part of the prophecy. King Uther had already chosen his successor. They shall be the next king. Whoever draws the sword of selection from this stone shall be Britain's king. Many knights tried their hand at drawing the sword, but none of them succeeded. It was only once the knights had all left and convinced the sword of selection was nothing more than a delusion, that a young squire of 15, a boy who had been raised without even knowing he was King Uther's son, came and drew the sword from the stone with none there to bear witness. That sword was Caliburn. And that boy did indeed go on to be King of Britain. Arthur Pendragon, the knight among knights. Or as we know her, Artoria Pendragon. The gender thing is a whole thing. After announcing himself as King Uther's successor, King Arthur assembled the lords of Britain and led them to 12 magnificent victories against the Saxons. In doing so, he proved himself to an invincible king, the undefeated King of Knights. But, unbeknownst to him, the Saxons weren't his only enemy. The greatest threat that the King of Knights faced came from within his own family. Vortigern, the avatar of the White Dragon who defeated King Arthur's father, Uther, had brought Britain to its knees. Morgan, the fairy queen who declared it was Britain's very will that she become its ruler. Morgan's machinations succeeded in robbing the King of Knights of Caliburn, but the fairies gave him an even greater sword. That sword was Excalibur, a sacred sword forged within the planet's inner sea. In the world of magecraft, it's considered a divine construct, an ultimate weapon meant to destroy that which threatens the very planet. In laying claim to this sacred sword, King Arthur became Britain's savior in both name and deed. After a climactic battle with Vortigern in the ruins of Londinium, King Arthur, with help from the fairies, built the towering White Castle of Camelot. Lords from all across the Isle came to Camelot to serve the King of Knights. They became Knights of the Round Table, where all were treated as equals. It's a bit odd telling the story with Tristan here, but this is how the Knights of the Round Table were formed. Lancelot, the knight from France, blessed by the Lady of the Lake. Gawain, the heir of Orkney, blessed by the sun. Tristan, nephew to the Duke of Cornwall and Prince of Tragedy, he helped you, are also said to be the symbol of the Romantic period. That's right. That's it. That's all of them. Even though Gareth is literally implemented and Agravain has sprites, we're not talking about them. It ain't about them.
That's right. Those are the proud Knights of the Round Table, my cherished friends who filled its 13 seats. Sturdy Percival, clever Kay, loyal Bedivere, earnest Garrus, kind-hearted Gareth, Agravain the Enforcer.
This is a new one. Palamedes the Duelist. Oh? Okay, Percival, I think, isn't he? No, is he coming? I think he's coming. Kay, no, but yes, we technically have him in the form of Ad with Gray. Bedivere's in. Garrus, we don't. But Garrus is named the most. I feel like Garrus would be the next one. Gareth, yep. Agravain, I was on the side of, I don't think Agravain could be a playable character. And then I saw the movie. Oh my god, his gameplay style could be sick. Palamedes is new. Palamedes is interesting. Taciturn Mordred. So, I think that another thing in doing a bit of research, there's way more than 13 knights. There's like so many of them. And the greatest knight of all, chosen by the Holy Grail, Galahad, the Revelation. In addition to King Arthur, the first seat, you could also count King Pelenoir, King Arthur's trusted advisor, and Bors, the future 11th seat, for 15 in total. At any rate, those are the knights of the Round Table I knew when they were at their peak. Yeah, the Knights of the Round Table's peak is also the happiest time in the legend of King Arthur. While other problems would present themselves in the quest for the Holy Grail and in the decisive battles against the Picts and the Saxons, it was the affair between Lancelot and Guinevere, King Arthur's queen, that changed things forever. Once their affair came to light, the Knights of the Round Table became shadows of their former selves. During an expedition of the Roman Empire, Mordred took advantage of King Arthur's absence and staged a rebellion. That was the beginning of what would later be known as King Arthur's final battle, the Battle of Tam Lin. It was in this battle that King Arthur drew his final breath. Bedivere personally returned the sacred sword to the fairies, and the final chapter of ancient Britain's history was concluded. After that, King Arthur's body was brought to Avalon, the paradise at the world's end, by the fairies of the lake, as the future king who would one day return to life. Well, that part didn't exactly work out as we expected. And that's the quick and dirty version of the King Arthur, Legend of King Arthur. Thanks for listening. Oh wow, it's already nighttime. So with all that in mind, let's get back to the British Lostbelt. In proper human history, King Arthur drew the Sword of Selection while he was still an unknown boy, and amidst the hope, envy, and admiration and prejudice of the other knights, ascended to the throne as king. Meanwhile, here in Fair Britain, Artoria may still be unknown and unrecognized, but even so she wields the Staff of Selection, and she was traveling across Britain on her own as the Child of Prophecy. So she's got the same name, the same face, the same destiny. No way all that can be a coincidence. Which means Artoria Castor is this world's King Arthur. She's destined to become Britain's savior. Britain's savior, huh? But why now? King Arthur saved Britain in the 5th century, but this is 2019. If she really is Britain's savior, shouldn't she have shown up in the distant past? That's the question, isn't it? I'm not sure why her story's taking place now either. But I did overhear one interesting thing from some local fairies. Apparently the Child of Prophecy is the reincarnation of Ask the Savior, and was sent here to save Britain once again. Ask? As in the word... I thought that was Yggdrasil. What? Huh? AESC. Oh, there's way too many Norse? How do you say it? It's pronounced Ash. Okay. That's pronounced Ash there. It is a runic letter. It's like that. It's the AE symbol that you see in like French there. It also means like an ash tree. Oh, okay. So it's once more to remind myself, it is just pronounced ash, right? Or Aish? I think it's Aish. Looks like Aish because there's a symbol over the A there. So Aish, as in the world tree from Norse mythology. Yep, or at least it's the same name. See, once Morgan began ruling Britain, she officially named this period of time the Era of the High Queen, and the timing lines up exactly with when proper human history changed to AD. But while proper human history stopped in the year AD 2019, in this world, the year 2019 of the Era of the High Queen is still unfolding, and the previous era, aka BC in proper human history terms, is called the Fae Era. Furthermore, during the Fae Era, there was apparently a fairy who saved Britain from calamities countless times. Aish the Savior. Apparently, there are only a few fairies left who still remember her. Hector the Immortal, Grand Duke Waste Heat Rhyneck, Grimir the Sage, and Totrot the First Knight. But they still speak of her legend in hushed tones. So if a savior showed up in this world before, that may mean Fairy Britain has a system for such things. Something akin to the counterforce that the Isle itself uses to fight back when Britain is in danger. Interesting. And if that's true, it'd explain why Artoria was only born now in this time. Plus, we're going up against High Queen freaking Morgan. Here, who else but King Arthur would fight her? A savior reborn. Anyway, that took longer than I expected, but now that we've gone over everything, I'm going to make 2 suggestions. First, I think we should continue working with Artoria Caster. While we don't necessarily have to destroy this Lostbelt, it does seem pretty clear we'll need to face High Queen Morgan at some point. When we do, having the Child of Prophecy on our side can only work to our advantage. And second, I think we should keep our goal, including Caldia's whole deal, to ourselves. It's fine to tell her about proper human history. Hell, it'd be impossible to communicate if we didn't. But we shouldn't reveal that we've eliminated 5 other Lostbelts to date. I know it's not the most honest move, but sometimes not laying all your cards on the table is the way to go. Like I said before, there's something strange about this world. Even for a Lostbelt, there's still too much we don't know. So, until we have a better understanding of what's going on here, I want to keep our goal at stopping Britain from disappearing. Even if we eventually end up having to fight it after saving it. So we're going to keep all this from Artoria? That's right. I'm sorry, Tanner. I know that won't be easy for you. But for what it's worth, my intuition is telling me things aren't going to come to that. I have a feeling we're going to save Britain, stop this collapse from destroying our world, and go on our separate ways with a smile, without ever having to do battle with Britain. I'd say let's hope. But I feel like it's going to come to it anyways. We got battles. Proper battles, actually. Alright. Again, I would like to try out more of New Girl, right? No reason to not do this. Okay. Alright, and just for the sake of, we've seen their supers. Let's level up. We'll wear a cannon outfit, right? Level this up, work on it. Especially because I'm pretty sure after this, I think we get a new one. I'm pretty sure, I know they get another outfit later. Good morning, everyone. Hope you don't mind that I had breakfast before you. You've got to try this bread. It's so soft and yummy. Apparently they make it from, wheat. Is using wheat for bread that unusual here? It seems that way. Too bad, since I have some of the highest quality wheat I've ever seen, even compared to proper human history.
That's right. Da Vinci taught me how to make it. I had no idea you could use flour like that. All this time I've been practically sitting on a gold mine.
So this fairy lives in this grand building, but he is ignorant of the true value of flour. It seems there are significant knowledge gaps between individual fairies. Or rather...
Yep, there are basically 2 types of fairies. Those who only superficially copy human civilization and those who are interested in its inner workings. Most fairies are copiers who are satisfied just playing pretend. The thing about fairies is, they can do anything without human technology, so they don't have to know how it works. You know how when cars get more reliable, there's less need for drivers to repair them? And so over time, there are fewer drivers who know how their cars work? It's a lot like that. Wow, that's a perfect metaphor. Whenever fairies feel like bread, they just create some from their own magical energy. Easy peasy. But the bread they create that way is just an imitation of bread they had before, like it was 3D printed. Basically, fairies can't experience culture without some kind of originating data to work from. Even Mike here used to be a typical copier. It was only when I started working here that I began caring about the details.
It's true.
I'm surprised he still hasn't given the name Mike.
I was a real dull fairy until I met Da Vinci. But now, every day is more fun than the last. I love being alive. I used to think preserving humans was a waste of time, but not anymore. Lady Aurora was right. We need humans if we're going to enjoy our lives. That's one thing humans are good at, it's making technology. They come up with all sorts of fascinating things you just don't see in nature. Sure, some of those things aren't fun or tasty, like iron, gunpowder. But I've come to think of humans as equals now, heck. I'd even say I respect them. When the last owner left this pub to me, I thought it was gonna be nothing but a pain in the neck, but now I know better. We need something to live for, something we want to do for our own sakes, not just fulfill our purpose. There's no way I'm ever going back to just plain old living again.
Well, there you have it. In general, fairies really are pure of heart. Or to put it another way, easily influenced.
That's not true, Da Vinci. It's all because of you. Not even Lady Aurora ever got me to change my mind like this.
Okay, Mike. In that case, maybe you could learn how to say my name properly already?
What do you mean? I am saying it properly. All right. I've also got a message for you guys from Oberon. He said to tell you to come to Salisbury's Fields for an important learning experience.
Huh? Learning experience? Sounds like we got a job to do. Sounds like he needs money. We're going to be one to get the money for him because he's just going to stand there and do nothing. Great. Wheat hunters. Wheat. So you don't have that much meter, but we could. Okay, you're all enemies? Yeah. Let's give you meter. And let's see how you do here. If we do attack up. It's sunny, right? Is this kind of sunny? It does. Yeah, right? Or is this a sunny one? Sure. Poppers. Oh wait, I just realized there's nothing there of her regular attacks. That's kind of stupid. Anyways, that's fine. We'll go 1, 2. Or should we go 1, 2, 3? Give her some meter. Probably do good to get her some meters. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Alright. Because this isn't going to do massive damage. Yeah. So she rips off the crystal. Oh! She gets bigger. Oh! I didn't even realize that. Interesting. Are you saying she's actually really big, mommy? And those are like limiters? Very good to know. Very good to know. Okay. Let's absorb some of your meter. Yep. Let's go green up. Pop this. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Okay. There's something that she's doing there with that I don't exactly know what she's using. That did a lot of damage, actually. Yeah, being able to eat the opponent to absorb their HP is kind of sick, actually. That's really livable. And we should be popping this, because this gives... Yeah, just increase each turn. We should definitely be using that as much as possible. Right? Ooh, that's sick. We'll save Morgan's meter for the second round, though. Nice. Okay. So let's just go 1, 2, 3. So roadless Camelot is kind of cool because it works for both roadless, as in like there's no road to Camelot, but in Japanese, say it with a Japanese accent, don't worry, it's not racist, but roadless, right? It would be like lordless also. It's the whole lord road thing, right? Lord, road, all of them are all too similar, so that's why they get mixed up in Japanese quite a bit. But at least that's cool, because roadless and lordless being synonyms, that's freaking rad. I love that. That's real strong. Speaking of real strong, can you kill? No. That's cool, though. That's sick. We could probably switch... Ooh, don't kill her. Good. We could probably switch her to her... This should finish it. we could probably switch her to her, second costume soon. Please kill. Oh, dang. Uh-oh. Rip. Well, that's fine. We got these two. Okay. Hera was trying to be silly and get meter with them. That's fine. Alright, do this. Do a bit more meter. There. So. Actually, if we get... Well, I don't think we have enough for your meter. What do we have? Oh, it's a Moors. Oh man, if only we had a strong single target attack. Thinking of your blue. You know what? Let's do just a full combo with you. Yeah, this should kill. Come on, that's a lot. All right. Good stuff. I do have to be careful about the fact that, you know, Morgan is a berserker. So that's how you're supposed to get rid of those pesky birds. I had no idea. I just kept asking them nicely if they would leave, but they wouldn't listen. Fields are delicate things. At times they require bolder tactics. But I thought we were in a field, not where the rocks are. But I also understand and respect your kind inclination to not hurt the birds if you don't have to. So I suggest leaving a straw likeness of yourself in your field. It will help to deter such behavior. This way the birds will mistake that likeness for you and start by attacking that, which should buy you enough time to do something. Oh my, really? I never would have thought of that. Are you some kind of genius? Well, I wouldn't disagree with that. Haha, that's not how you're supposed to use scarecrows. Was Tristan always like that? Pretty much. He might seem like he's got his head on straight, but most of the time it's actually up in the clouds. Still, he can be the perfect knight, at least as long as he has someone to keep track of him, or keep him on track. Anyway, the caveat that they're also fairy-made imitations of human society aside, what do you think of Salisbury's fields? Well, they looked real. True. Regardless of how they got there, the fields themselves are the genuine article. Apparently, agriculture has been a big deal in North Britain for a long time now, but it was never too popular in the south. It wasn't until Aurora stepped in that Salisbury finally got serious about it. I've seen small fields back in my village, but I've never seen any so big and open before. I wonder why they weren't more popular up until now. Well, we always had to abandon them whenever the Moors showed up. There aren't many Moors in the north, so there was nothing stopping them from making fields up there. But here in the south, we see Moors all the time, so the only ones who could venture outside the city are really strong fairies. The Fang clan can apparently hold out for a little while by telling themselves that death and war are intertwined, but for weaker fairies like me without any astrality, general knowledge of other worlds... Huh? Ooh, okay. We can't even touch the Moors without putting ourselves at risk. And even if the Moors weren't a problem, we still have to remake the fields every 100 years anyway. You're talking about the calamities, aren't you? Are you scared of them too, even though you all live forever? Of course we are! The only fairies who survive a calamity are the ones allowed to live in Camelot. All the rest of us can do is suffer and disappear. There's not a fairy in all Britain who doesn't fear the calamities. I'm not even sure how much longer Lady Aurora can hold on to her glow, not after what happened in Norwich. Make no mistake, now that a calamity has come for Norwich, Salisbury has to be next. And when it does, not even Lady Aurora will survive. So why doesn't Lady Aurora run away to Camelot? She could, but none of the other fairies who live in Salisbury would be allowed to join her there. So she said that if her citizens couldn't come to Camelot with her, then she wouldn't be going either. Of course, the High Queen didn't like that. So now Lady Aurora is also banned from Camelot. I see. So you also have grievances with the High Queen. You know, there have been anti-Queen movements popping up around the country. If you want to protest her decisions, maybe you could join one of those. Huh? No, I'm not that upset about it. Besides, I can't even imagine defying her. I might be afraid of the calamities, but I'm even more afraid of the Queen's army. There's more to the Queen's power than just having enough magical energy to cover all of Britain, after all. She also has a troop of highly trained fairy soldiers, as well as knights under her protection who command them. Tristan of the Bewitched Bow, Gawain of the Sun, and Lancelot, the Light of the Lake. As long as those 3 Tam Lin are around, nobody can hope to defy the queen. Okay, I should probably also make sure I'm pronouncing that right. Tam Lin pronunciation. It should be short enough, right? Let's see here. Uh-oh. Let's see.
Tam Lin.
It's Tam Lin. We're good. Whew. I saw some pronunciation on there that scared me, but no, we're good. Huh? Huh? What? Huh? I wonder why they're all so shocked. Oh boy. We're getting into the other knights. Aurora. Continued. Emergency meeting. Now, we need to talk about the other 3 Tam Lin, about the 3 Tam Lin that have apparently been serving High Queen Morgan this whole time. Also, you already knew about them, Artoria? Huh? Well, sure, everyone in Fairy Britain does. Why? Are they a problem?
Oh yes. This is as shocking as Sir Bedivere when he first wakes up. Artoria, can you please tell us everything you know about them?
Okay. I guess I can cover the basics easy enough. It's stuff every fairy in Britain knows. The 3 Tam Lin are fairies High Queen Morgan has bestowed with names from otherworldly knights. There we go. Okay. Just gives them the names. The fact that she knows of other worlds, though, is very interesting. In fact, they all seemingly do. They're the most powerful beings in Fairy Britain, exceeded in magical energy only by the Queen herself. They're also impervious to Moor's corruption, so they're the ones who handle them whenever a group of Moors shows up. Huh, come to think of it, they're known as the Guardians of Britain, sworn to the service of the High Queen, the Knights of the Round Table. Fairy Round Table. Wait, does Morgan actually like King Arthur or something?
No, I suspect it's little more than a sly dig. Morgan always had a gift for those. Of course, that assumes the Morgan from this Lostbelt has the same personality as the one I know.
Huh? Why? Do you all have some sort of attachment to the phrase round table or something? We are just talking about a circular table, right? I don't see any way around it. We're gonna have to tell about what happened in proper human history. Artoria, our world also has a version of Morgan. Though in our case, it was during the 5th century, about 1600 years ago. There was also a certain king who defeated her, thereby uniting Britain and ushering in an age of peace. That king was known as Arthur, but her true name was Artoria Pendragon. Hey, that's my name! Quite a coincidence. It's not just coincidence, you two are most likely the same person. What I'm about to say may shock you, but try not to freak out. In our world, you were Britain's great unifier, a king loved and respected by countless knights across the land. That's right, you were the ideal king, chosen by the Sword of Selection and trained by Merlin himself. You did pretend to be a man during your reign, but aside from that, you were the picture of integrity. As King Arthur, you commanded many lords from all across Britain. Think of them as the equivalent of Fairy Britain's 6 clans. And from those lords, you chose the finest knights to be your Knights of the Round Table, a group of warriors with no equal. In fact, full disclosure, Sir Tristan there is one of them. So from our perspective, knowing that the Knights of the Round Table serve Morgan here is like learning that a group of heroes you always looked up to are now working for the bad guys. Can you blame us for being surprised? Are you listening to me, Artoria? Oh, she turned to stone. Crap, she's so shocked she froze up. She is so cartoony. So she doesn't feel at all like Artoria. She feels like a new character, but I do like the juxtaposition, right? The big difference in how she acts. Like, this is what she would have been if she had been raised differently, right? I like this. It's a cool alternate look. Wow, I guess I really am the child of prophecy then. Part of me always thought that maybe this was all a big misunderstanding, but now I'm a little more willing to believe it. I mean, Grandfather always said I was born at the same time as the Staff of Selection. Maybe I really can do this after all. In fact, maybe I'll take a page from this, Pendragon person's example and save all of Britain too. Plus, we even have a Knight of the Round Table here. You know, when I first heard you shared a name with that Tristan, I thought you must be a pretty bloodthirsty guy. But now I know you're actually Knight of the Round Table yourself. That's so cool.
Well, I'm certainly glad to hear you speak so highly of me. What do you mean, bloodthirsty? Don't tell me that Tristan here is...
Oh, she's said to be the cruelest, most short-tempered, and wantonly violent of all the fairy knights of the Round Table. That's wild, considering I've seen what Bargus looks like. Her nicknames are the Fairy Killer and Tristan of the Bloody Heel. They say she's killed almost 400,000 fairies in the 100 years since she was appointed to Tam Lin. But you're nothing like her, Tristan. Seeing you fight beside Tanner is kind of like, well, watching a flower dancing in a storm. You always maintain your composure and strive to be gallant and do your best, no matter what the circumstances. There aren't many people like that here in Fairy Britain, so the fact you're putting your trust in me, even though we're from different worlds, is really encouraging.
That's... yes. Indeed, that is how I try to conduct myself.
That said, I guess there really is more to being a Tam Lin than just the title, huh? Hang on, you said that in your world, Tam Lin Tristan was appointed 100 years ago, long after Tristan from proper human history. So if this Tristan is the original, that would make the Tam Lin an imitation. But that would mean... yeah. Has Morgan known about proper human history for more than 100 years? Thank you for saying that out loud, because, like, that is a really good point. Well, I wasn't planning to tell Artoria about King Arthur like this, but I think we should still be fine. Plus, we gotta find out about the Tam Lin. Really, if we'd run into one of them without any foreknowledge, I think I might have actually died from shock. Anyway, while this Lostbelt's Tristan and Gawain may not look like the ones we know, the fact that they share a name must mean they have many of the same traits as well. So we can expect Sir Tristan use Failnaught and Sir Lancelot to wield Erendite. Yeah, where is Tristan anyway? He's in Artoria's room. Said he had something you wanted to talk to her about. The White Dragon who tried to destroy Britain back when it was still known as the Isle of Ancient Sacraments. Vortigern, the Cowardly King. The fury of Britain and the personification of its desire to reject the age of humanity. And then there was the avatar of the Red Dragon, born and raised in stark contrast to Vortigern, Artoria Pendragon, the king who protected the people of Britain, preserved its kingdom, and established the human world. While fairies and sacrament may have faded away from Britain as a result, her efforts did succeed at preserving British culture and passing it on to later generations. Strength isn't what made Artoria king. She became king because she fought for Britain's future. That's also why her knights agreed to set aside their differences and join her at the Round Table.
That's right. We all saw hope in our king. She was always cool-headed in battle, fair and impartial in politics, and above all, she truly loved all of Britain. Even with her small stature, she would face down enemies many times her size and strength without fear of injury.
She's, wow, she sounds like a really amazing king.
Indeed, she was. I've never known anyone braver, or more disciplined, or more proud. That said, even she didn't start as a perfect king. After she drew the Sword of Selection, she trained with Merlin in Cert K day and night for years on end. That is why you needn't try to rush things now, Artoria. It's not a matter of you sharing a name with King Arthur. It is a matter of you sharing her vision. So please have confidence in yourself. I know you can do this.
King Arthur. A truly accomplished version of me from another world. Man, that's amazing. She must have worked so hard. To be fair, if I was told, like, hey, did you know there's another version of you out there who succeeded at everything you need to do? I'd be like, great. I mean, I guess that's good for the fact that I can potentially do it. I guess. Leonardo, we'll bring you in. And, we'll just do this to make it so that you can do some big, good damage. Let's go. Well, with whatever we're doing. Well, we're getting information, slowly but surely. I'm back! You should have seen me out there, Mike. I somehow managed to complete 3 tough Oberon quests all in a row. Oberon quests, come on.
Wow, sounds like you're getting kind of desperate. Why don't you have an apple water on the house?
Thanks, Mike. That's so considerate of you. You're really getting the hang of this pub owner thing.
Oh, cut it out, Da Vinci. It's all thanks to you, my perfect angel.
First, we arbitrated a dispute between a wind fairy and an earth fairy over who had the right of sunlight on a made road. Then we had to run a safety check on all the mysterious items, which turned out to be a bunch of bouquets that had been sent to the head of the Wind Clan. And finally, we had to subdue an out-of-control wind fairy who had been unlucky in love for the past 30 years and wanted to have a romance with a human. Surprisingly, none of this was at all easy, but that does make completing them all the more satisfying.
It was so great to see everyone happy.
Alright, almost forgot. You there, the human, Tanner, was it? You've got a guest up in your room, and trust me, she's not the kind of fairy you want to keep waiting.
It's Coral. It's probably Coral. Guess to see Tanner? It's absolutely Coral. It's Coral. So this is a human bedroom, It's not so much different from ours. No, that's not right. We wouldn't even have rooms like this if not for humans. Really, we're the ones who should be thanking them. Pardon me. So you're back, human. You did well with the farm incident yesterday. As a wind fairy myself, you have my thanks. So, no problem? Is that, all you wanted to say, or...? We may have received word of your missing companion. Every human captured in South Britain is taken to a ranch out west, and a new human was brought there 3 days ago. They're gonna milk Mash. It may be the one you've been searching for. If you wish to go rescue it, I'll arrange for a guide to show you the way. Tonight I'll have a few soldiers stationed outside Salisbury. You are to rendezvous with them and finish your rescue before the night is over. I also have a message for you from Lady Aurora. She said I hope you find your friend there.
Aw, thanks, Coral.
Don't thank me. Thank Lady Aurora. Now if you excuse me, I must return to my post. I don't know what it is that brought you here, and I know I'm in no position to offer advice. But you should know that the ranch belongs to the High Queen, and that it's very well guarded. No worries. I got the Queen. I got a copy of her. I can send her out, and she does some crazy magic stuff. So that's the scoop. Wow, when they said it'd take 2 to 3 days, I didn't expect them to actually come through that fast. Impressive.
So this human was brought in 3 days ago, Then we don't have but a moment to waste. I don't know what kind of facility this ranch is, but now is not the time for cowardice.
I agree. Oberon might not be back yet, but seeing as we have a guide, I'm sure we'd be fine with it. So what are you going to do, Artoria? This matter really only concerns us. We'd understand if you'd rather stay behind. I'd be glad to help. Plus, I'm dying to find out what the real Mash is like since I inadvertently used her name for a while. And besides, I'm feeling a lot more confident after these last few days. Be it infiltration, lockpicking, or brewing sleep potions, I'm sure I can handle it just fine now with my Merlin Magecraft. Great! You'll have to tell me more about the Merlin Magecraft later, though. Can you heal us immediately with your spell, too? That'd be really nice.
It would seem those soldiers there are our guides. It's quite a surprise. I thought those soldiers would be fairies, not humans.
Oh yeah, most of Salisbury's soldiers are actually human. They may not hold a candle to fairies when it comes to sheer combat ability, but they have no problem using weapons, and above all, the Moors don't pose any immediate threat to them. So yeah, human soldiers are basically the fairies' Moors' counterpart. Most of the clans treat them as disposable tools, but Aurora sees the value in human soldiers, even appointing the most talented ones to serve as her personal guards. Remember the ones you saw protecting the Great Cathedral? The fact that they were so strong is proof that Aurora has given those humans various rights. You feeling okay? What's up? Oh, I'm just a little nervous. I've never been around so many humans before. It doesn't make sense, does it? I mean, I'm obviously fine with you.
Quite. They've noticed us too.
Hey, you there, the suspicious-looking ones. You the outsiders Coral told us about? I can't believe you actually showed up. Why now of all times? Exactly the pain in the ass I don't need. Oh well, if this is what Lady Aurora wants, then fine. Follow us, we'll show you the way to the ranch. Be warned, it's a 2-hour walk, so you better have everything ready before we get going. Do you?
Yep, thanks for showing us the way.
Man, you guys are dressed in the weirdest clothes I've ever seen. Lady Aurora sure does love her novelties, doesn't she?
Not very happy to see us, are they? They probably think of us as a bunch of annoying pests moving in on their beloved Lady Aurora. Even so, that doesn't change the fact they're helping us. We should be grateful to them for that. Come on, Tanner. I'm afraid we won't be able to talk for a while, but at least that should help us make good time. Okay.
We're here. There's the West Human Ranch.
Human Ranch?
That's right, we used to live here too. We were assigned to a horrid fairy who robbed us of everything we had, down to our dignity.
I know what they mean by that.
Before throwing us away like so much trash. Us stray humans had nowhere to go until Lady Aurora took us in. We became soldiers so that we could win the freedom Lady Aurora showed us was possible. We support overthrowing the Queen too. We're nothing like the trendy rebel army who's counting on the so-called child of prophecy to bail them out.
Rebel army. I've heard them mentioned before. Does that mean there's an anti-Queen movement outside Salisbury too?
Yep. Rebel army's situated in the old castle ruins out east. They claim to want to free all of Britain. They even have the gall to call themselves the Round Table. Still, they're definitely a force to be reckoned with. They're led by a human who actually survived against Lancelot in a joust in Camelot. Morgan herself offered him a reward, saying that he'd prove himself equal to a Tam Lin. Let's see, I think his name was Oh, it's Percival! Percival of the White Light, and the man who reached the limits of human ability.
Rick, I want to see Percival.
Morgan was so impressed with him that she commanded him to join her forces in Camelot, even though he's human. But instead, he refused her command and formed the rebel army.
That's enough, it's too dangerous to stay here any longer. If anyone sees us here, Lady Aurora's the one who'll pay the price. Let's just ditch these backwater ferries and head back to Salisbury already. I take that means you guys are only here to show us the way. And that sneaking into the ranch and looking for our companion is entirely our job?
You're damn right it is. Well, you should be thanking us for even taking you this far. The Wind Clan might be good at everything, but they don't have the right temperament for combat. If Morgan ever thinks they're rebelling against her, Lady Aurora's as good as dead, along with all of Salisbury. Even knowing all that, Lady Aurora still asked us to help you. So you listen to me. Whatever you do, don't you dare mention Salisbury if you get caught. Got that? You better not bite the hand that fed you. Not if you lot have any pride at all in being human.
Okay, let's discuss our next move. I just finished analyzing the ranch's interior structure. From what I can tell, there are 6 big factories in the middle of the complex and about 30 smaller ones. That's a lot. I don't sense any heat source in the big factories, so they're probably all shut down now. But the small factories have lots of heat signals. There seems to be about 60 humans inside. What do you think, Tanner? If we scale the castle walls, we could probably sneak inside without the guards spotting us.
Are you mad about something?
Oh, no, not at all. I was just concentrating on seeing what things are like inside. Now let's forget about those whiners who ran off on us and focus on finding Mash. You still have your connection to Mash through your contract, Tanner. Can you sense anything? If you can, that'd be the fastest and easiest way to find her.
It's hard to tell. Maybe, maybe not.
Then there are probably too many crossed lines to say for sure. Honestly, I'm feeling the same thing. There are just way too many contracts going around Fairy Britain. Maybe whenever a fairy takes possession of a human, they form a bond that's similar to a servant contract. If I'm right about that, the only way we'll know whether Mash is here is to see for ourselves. Tristan, do you think you could carry Tanner and Artoria up the castle wall? Oh, don't worry about me. I'll get up there with my roller skates.
Of course, it'll be the quietest and most graceful wire work. I mean, liar work you'll ever see. Ha 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 ha. Both of you over here, please.
Then I'll lead the way. The western wall is the most slightly guarded wall right now, so let's get in from there.
It looks just like a town inside too, huh? Artoria, I assume those large factories you spoke of earlier are those complexes, and the small ones are those homes?
Yep, that's right. Humans kept at ranches like these are shipped out with their creativity intact, so they should be confined in houses rather than in pens. Just ignore the large factories. We won't find Mash there. It's not birthing seal.
Oh my god, I was making jokes. Oh no.
There shouldn't be anything inside them. What is that? There's something here. A surveillance familiar must have been disguised as a street lamp. I can't believe I messed up again. I'm sorry, everyone, but we need to take it out before it calls in reinforcements. Do we have a turn limit here? Do we gotta kill him super fast? Oh, frick. It literally just hit the minute of the time change. Because of course. Because of course. Gotta wait, gotta wait, gotta wait. Come on. Come on. My internet working? I don't know. We're good. That's fine, we'll grab that at least. Give me them apples. Give me your stuff. Boom. Boom. Give me crowns. Okay. Alright, let's try that again. So we gotta kill him mundo fast. Which we'll do with these 3. Well, we have this. Wait, yeah. What am I doing with this? It's because I was on my wrong one there. Yeah, I'll give that to you. Frick yeah. Let's go. Okay. Let's do this. You hit that skip button. There we go. Is there going to be like, defeat them in 3 turns or it's an instant game over? Would make sense here. But probably not. They usually don't do that. Alright. Oh! Alright. We're probably gonna need to kill until something appears, huh? So, let's not use your stuff just yet. Let's just go 1, 2, 3. Right, we'll just do as much as we can. Kill you. Oh, we got one of these, they instantly reappear battles. Okay. God, what a good gameplay feature. God, what a really good gameplay feature. You can actually do, like, scoopity poopity loopities and stuff. Clear them out like it's nobody's business. Let's go this. Does this give you meter? Increase your gauge. Yep. Not enough. Okay. Okay. We'll also give you this. Get 3 more. Let's go 1, 2. Let's go 1, 2. Well, we don't need to switch it out. We can just do this. Yep. Okay. Get as much back as you can. Big overcharge and get some gain. Wow. She already has enough to do another. Boy, we picked a good one with her to do this here. Nice. Okay. Right, so let's go 1, 2, 3. Can we get like 7 or is 5 the max? Because she should have a lot from this. Okay, now we do this. How many do we need to kill? Or is it like, kill as many as you can because it's fun and cool to do? Okay. We just got more just regular Wills-O-Wisps. 500. Okay, 500's the max. No matter how many silly shenanigans we do to increase it more, right? Doesn't matter, it will always just be 500. Okay. Da Vinci's got another. There we go, okay. Was it just 3 turns of as many as you can do? Alright. Boy, it feels like no matter what, you go to these Lostbelts and it's always like, yeah, we breed people. They get bred. It's like every time. You can't avoid it. It's just how it is, I guess. I guess no matter what, humans just, in most timelines, revert to breeding. Damn it, they just keep coming. There must be a fairy close by making more of them or something. Can you find them, Tanner? I'll do it myself, but I've got my hands full with these familiars. Okay, Tanner, stay calm and look closely. I'm looking. I don't see nothing. There's something hiding in the building's shadow.
You're correct. There's no sound at all coming from there. I suppose they think they've hidden themselves perfectly. But nothing can stand between my symphony and my enemy. How do you like your midsection cut into quarters?
By my horse.
You're very... Are you... Okay, this looks almost like the Chinese, like, cloud pattern, but the rest of you definitely looks European.
What are you people? Whatever you did was neither human nor fairy. You're obviously not Moors, you're not with the Round Table Army. Are you the child of prophecy then? This is great. Things are finally going my way. I am Knight Grant. No mere child of prophecy's magecraft can ever hope to match our High Queen. High Queen Morgan herself bestowed this armor upon me. It will take more than a few swings of her sword to shatter it.
Huh? Who's that in there? Whatever they are, they're no ordinary fairy. Please do be careful, everyone. I'm guessing this is one of the Tam Lin we heard about. What? Really? No? Huh? It's just a horse? Man? We'll see. Is he actually legitimately serious or what? We got a bunch of stuff to gain meter here, so let's just start with that on you. Yeah, let's just focus on killing. Okay. Okay. You want to save it for whatever is in the next room, essentially. Okay. Well, actually, if we use hers, she can do it again. Right? So we'll go 1, 2, 3. Right? Because she will gain meter for everyone and gain a lot of it back. How much? Okay, good. Oh yeah, look at that. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Alright. Ooh. Grant the Knight. Okay, he's large. He's big and kind of cool, actually. Okay, never mind. Huh. You're big. Let's go with this. Go with this. Let's go. I'm gonna hold on to yours, and I'm gonna do a full combo with you first. Wait, well this would be smart, right? Because this gives you, yeah. It's more stars, but it's not a massive amount. If we had more, it would have been like 100. Let's see here. We'll definitely break the first gauge. Okay. Yeah, well, there we go. Okay. Attack down, crit rate down. Don't you think this armor's gonna... Don't you dare think the armor's gonna break. Ominous footsteps. Dang, that's annoying. Interesting spell, brother. Interesting spell indeed. We can now do a full combo with you. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's see how much we do here. Let's see, and then we'll need one more. How much? Okay, just a little bit. Oh wait, but it's still up there. Air Raid Snay. Halberd of Smiting. That was cool, but not a real thing. How many do you have? Another one? Okay, let's just go 1. Let's go 1, 2, 3. There we go, guts, and then finish it off once more. There we go. Is that Percival in there? I wonder if that's Percival in there. Big Mommy. Okay.
Ugh. Give him not a hoarse voice. I can't believe a knight of Camelot falling to such insignificant whelps.
Did we get him? I did it! I really won! That Tam Lin was super duper strong, but I still managed to beat him! And I couldn't have done it without all of you!
I'm afraid that was almost certainly just an ordinary knight. For one thing, there was no Grant among the Knights of the Round Table. And for another, look over there.
Oh, yep, they're mass-produced. Oh crap, 3 more knights, each with the exact same incredible magical energy as the last one. And we're barely a match for him alone. There's no way we can take on 3. Come on, Tanner, let's get out of here for now. But what about MASH?
There, we're through the gates. Squads 1 and 3 will take out Morgan's soldiers at the front. Squad 2, take control of the factories. Get our comrades out before they're disposed of. Reinforcements from the castle gates? Damn it, so the child of prophecy was just a decoy. First, we need to take back the gates, and be careful. These soldiers are from the Londinium rebel army. Don't underestimate them. Some of them are armed with iron weapons laced with Moor's poison. Oh, yo, that's cool, though. I didn't even think about that.
Well, now, I wasn't expecting reinforcements. That must be the rebel army we learned about earlier. Individually, they may not be as strong as fairies, but quantity is a quality all on its own. At this point, it's only a matter of time until they defeat those 3 fairy knights.
So it would seem. Man, that was too close for comfort. Still, once the rebels are done with the fairies, we can't be sure they won't turn their swords on us. Come on, Tanner, let's look for MASH while everyone's occupied. We should save making contact with the rebel army for after that. Can you show us where to go, Artoria? Right, of course. Don't worry, I'm a great lockpicker. And besides, Da Vinci's right. We can't be sure the rebel army will see us as allies. So let's find MASH and get out of here before anyone else sees us.
Right, let's go.
Last one for now. It is a saber. That could be scary, depending on what that means as the opponent. Well, damn. I should have figured the locks on the Queen's own facilities would be tough nuts to crack.
True, the Round Table army did manage to open the other 29 houses in the time it took us to open one.
Can't even claim credit for this one since the Round Table army ended up opening it too. Now, cheer up, Artoria. I mean, as a tech genius myself, I definitely get how you feel. But the important thing is that all the humans being kept in the houses were freed. It's too bad we didn't find MASH, but that doesn't mean this was all a waste. At least now we know she wasn't captured, and really, isn't that way better? You're right. Wherever MASH is, I'm sure she's okay.
Okay, everyone, this way, please. Don't worry, we have plenty of food and jackets to go around. We'll be on our way as soon as we've gotten everyone's names and checked you all for injuries. Also, if anyone knows about the other humans being kept here, please let us know.
I can't believe it. It's an army of humans. An army of humans defeated the Queen's soldiers. Then the rumors of the rebel Round Table army are true. We don't have to do what they say anymore. We can go outside now, will we? But the knight said the outside was so dangerous that humans would die instantly and that we should stay here and study until we go up. 2 years. 2 years since I last got to go outside. I have to hurry back to Gloucester. I got separated from someone there, someone I care about deeply. That poor child. I only hope she was able to get by without me.
I must say I'm impressed by this Round Table army's leadership. They even took the knights they defeated into custody, sparing their lives instead of killing them. They are a properly disciplined army, not a lawless mob of killers. So it was Percival, the strongest of all humans, who formed the Round Table army. How this gladdens me. While I'm sure he isn't the same Sir Percival I knew, this other one is certainly doing his namesake proud. Oh, to you guys, thanks for the assistance earlier. It was a big help. We've been investigating this ranch closely for the past few months, so we knew its security would be lightest today, but we definitely didn't know we wouldn't be the only ones making a move. I was especially surprised to see just the 4 of you manage to take out one of Morgan's knights. We were prepared to lose up to 20% of our soldiers. Thanks to you guys, we got off with no more than a handful of casualties. So which city's rebel army are you from? I don't think I've seen you around for the south before. Are you from the north then? I've heard there was some trouble up in Sheffield. Maybe that's where you're from.
Artoria? I'm sorry. Are you people really...
Oh, I see. I forgot that we're still the only ones who don't distinguish between fairies and humans in our head counts. Sorry if I offended you when I counted all 4 of you the same.
Oh, no, that's quite all right. Is everyone in the Round Table Army like you?
I don't know about that. We all have our own goals and our own ways of thinking. But one thing we have in common is our faith in our commander. We all agree that Percival's ideals are worth fighting for. He's always talking about how the Child of Prophecy will one day appear, and he wants us to assemble as many like-minded allies as he can in the meantime. He says that way when the Child of Prophecy finally does appear, there'll be a firm anti-Queen foundation in place to help take some of the heavy burden off their shoulders. But enough yammering from me. It looks like they're done with the roll call, so we'll be escorting these people to Londinium. Want to come with us? We're always looking for more strong warriors like yourselves.
We would, but there's something else we have to do first. That's right. We really appreciate the invitation, but we're actually trying to find a missing person right now.
Gotcha. Well, it's too bad, but I understand. You all take care then. Hope you'll be able to find this missing person of yours soon.
I guess that's that then. But you made the right call, Tanner. Honestly, I'm impressed how you're able to turn him down.
Well, I can tell Artoria wasn't too keen on it, so... Well, I would like to learn more about this Round Table Army. Finding MASH absolutely comes first. It's just not the right time to join forces with them yet.
Exactly. I knew one of the original Knights of the Round Table would understand. You're a real gentleman's gentleman.
Well, I am Tristan, Child of Sadness, not a knight who lives and dies on chivalry alone. That said, if Sir Bedivere were here too, I may have been forced to make a difficult decision. Tanner, get back.
Oh, fire. You know who uses that.
Big Mommy! Big Mommy!
So, you attacked when security was at its lightest, huh? Devious of you, I'll give you that. But it won't win you the day. That's exactly the pathetic sort of conviction I expect from humans. If you thieves are going to scuttle around in the shadows, you can't complain if you end up crushed under someone's boot. What's going on with this magical energy signal? I can't even get a reading on it. Oh! Whoa. Is that Knight keeping those creatures tied up in chains? That's like a dog human.
Squad 2, Squad 3, are you alright? Damn it, how many soldiers did we lose? Are we the only ones who survived? That wall of flame, it can't be.
So if you yet live, that flame would have consumed you all if we'd been in open field. But this ranch belongs to High Queen Morgan herself. I can't raise it to the ground. So I'll crush the rest of you with my own horns. Go on, humans. Try to fight back. Show me you're truly brave and I'll be merciful. Show me you are cowards and you'll have nothing from me.
This can't be happening. What is she doing here? That great sword wreathed in black flame. Silver armor. Fairy-eating black dogs. It's Tam Lin Gawain. Why is the Queen's right-hand woman here?
You.
Uh-oh. Oh, charred black instantly and reduced to dust. Uh-oh, or I guess ash.
If you refuse to take up your swords, then you aren't worthy to cross horns with me.
Gawain soldiers. We've captured all the escaped humans, Lady Gawain. We'll have soon have the rest of these thieves as well. It'll be easy. We have 3 fairies for every human.
No need for that. They're my quarry. I'll handle this myself.
I feel the same power from Gawain in the Holy City, except we can't use anti-female techniques on him.
You too, huh? I thought you'd be different from the other humans, but it seems I was wrong. You're just like any other livestock in Fairy Britain. Gristly meat like yours won't even make a decent snack. Don't bother telling me who you are. I couldn't care less. The High Queen's told me all about you, boy. You must be the master from proper human history. Oh, spare me the surprise. The Queen has told the Tam Lin about the outside world you call proper human history. She also commanded us to capture you alive if the opportunity presented itself. Capture you, huh? How unlike her. Listen well, you shameless intruders. You uppity primates have a lot of nerve barging into Fairy Britain like you own it. Tell me, in your world, it's considered courteous to welcome visitors from afar, right? Very well then. Take up your swords and I'll give you all the welcome you want. I am Gawain, Knight of the Fairy Round Table, sworn to protect Britain. Now, with this name bestowed upon me by the High Queen, I shall destroy you without mercy. Okay, how do you feel about, your boy Super Orion? We'll go with you, you, and you. You all can work together and do some crazy stuff. And just to be safe, can we afford you? We can. We should be good. I don't think we'll have many issues with this, especially because you get a bonus, unless it's an unwinnable battle, of which I could see it being. We'll see. We'll see. Come on. That doesn't look good. Ooh. Excalibur remix. What? Gain resistance to all attacks. Attack affinity to be the same as Berserk. Oh, so you're just effective against everyone. Great. Increase when an enemy is defeated. Apply target focus to a single enemy at the turn. Okay. In that case, let's start with... we don't have any stars. We need to get stars. So let's just start with... I might pop this on you for the... Because that gives invincibility, right? No, this one does? It does. So we'll give that to you for now. We'll go with this. We'll go this. We'll go... Yeah, because we can go like 1, 2, 3. We'll go, yeah, 1, 2, 3 to gain a bunch of meter with you, because then we'll need the invincibility. We'll give you gain as well, right? That'll hopefully give you stars too. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see here. How much does that do? Oh, I don't know about this, Chief. What? No. That's ridiculous. That is the cruelest thing. That is not okay. Oh my god. That is ludicrous. I can't believe the game is actually doing that. Hey, you know that limited resource you have to pay money to recharge or use? Hey, it's actually a real thing. Oh my god, if we're getting the game to not want us to have those, that's really bad for us. Cruel. That's insane. Oh, we removed the debuff. I didn't even realize. That's insanity. I can't even believe that that's a thing. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. That's ridiculous. Wow. She's literally just here to get rid of our command spells. I can't believe that. Is this actually a real battle? It might be. It's better not be a time limit or something. She's gonna be healing now too. Oh, remove buff! Great! She's also removing our buffs. Oh, you love it. You love to see it. You really don't. Okay. Let's get this on you. So that you can do 1, 2, 3. We're barely hurting her. Okay. Oh. Okay. We have like nothing we can do here. Who's on target focus? You're on target focus. It is... Is it single target or is it all target? Hers is all target. Frick. Well, you have guts there. We'll pop this on you, I guess. Yeah, let's just go... Oh, you're screwed, buddy. Unless you can't use the Noble Phantasm, which is a possibility. Oh yeah, you're not. Okay. Alright, target focus on you. At least there's that, right? Alright, I'm getting bad. I'm just getting awful hands every time. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's try this. It's a little tough to tell if it's a real battle or if it's not, you know? God, what is this nothing damage we're doing? It's like so much nothing damage. Ugh. Target focus on you. Can we at least get... Okay, we should be able to get some more stuff at least. Let's go. Pop this. Pop this. We got yours. We can pop this on you. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. They should do big damage because of the buffs, but it won't. Yeah, because it's so buffed. At least we'll get some defense. I don't even know how many turns we got. Would that be 4 turns, I think? If my numbers are right? I don't know. Well, we'll at least break the first gauge. If this is one where you need to beat them all... Bruh? Oh, wow, okay. Survive 7 turns is what it was. That went longer than I expected. I was expecting it to need to go to the break gauge. Yeah, getting rid of my command spells is the worst. That sucks. It makes me not want to rush the story now. Well, at least we got the revived items, at least. My mind is fading. She actually stole my command spells. Oh. Stay with me, Tanner. Oh no, he's seriously drained. I don't know how she's doing it, but that Tam Lin is somehow eating his command spells. I've never felt feedback quite like this before. It's still completely pathetic, but there's something more to it. Huh? You there, that look. It's not fear or despair. It's that hatred. Good. You figured out that much at least. It's been a while, hasn't it? I could have gone my entire life without seeing you again and been happy. Oh well. You know her, Artoria? I don't know you. I don't remember ever seeing a pipsqueak like you before. Are you some weed I stepped on or something? Either way, don't talk to me again until you've grown more. It's a literal pain in the neck talking down to you. Not like a runt like you's likely got much, likely to do much I mean, I don't know, I've seen her older, she does. Why, you... But enough talk. You intruders will get no mercy from me. I have no more time to waste on you. Die now, humans and servants alike. A bowstring? Indeed. A bewitched, unbreakable bowstring I can wield however I wish, to be more specific. You'll never be able to get past it, no matter how strong you are. It's like Hierophant Green. It's undefeatable. So it would seem. This is one of the Wing Clan's threads. I'm surprised there are still any left. But so what? You don't actually think you can defeat me with this, do you? Defeat you? No. Detain you? Yes. Da Vinci Artoria. Take Tanner and get him out of this town. I'll hold Gawain here and ensure she doesn't come after you. You got it. Honestly, it's not going to be easy, but I'll make sure he makes it out of here no matter what. Come on, Tanner. I'll carry you in my mechanical arms. Stand up, Artoria. I'd carry you too if I could, but I'm afraid I just can't. Huh, but what about you, Tristan?
Don't worry about me. It would seem this is where I die.
Huh? You're not serious, right? You can't just throw your life away like that. Besides, you're too injured to...
It's all right. Besides, this isn't the first time I faced down Sir Gawain like this. Besides, I've already thought of a trump card I could use against her. If it all works out, I should be able to catch up to you soon enough. That said, I'm afraid I can't use it with all you here. Go, my king, please hurry. You are still at the beginning of your journey.
Okay, I'm ready. Come on, follow me. If you can't keep up, I'm gonna leave you behind. You get that, right? What are you planning to do, buddy? Let me guess, you've decided to sacrifice yourself to let your companions escape.
Oh, come on. That should have gone without saying. You really are Sir Gawain, or Gawain as some say. Your body is strong and hard as a rock, but then so is your head.
Tell me something. Are all servants like you? Pawns who are willing to throw their lives away for their master because they neither fear death, nor know what it is to truly live?
I don't know that I'd put it that way. Even servants hope to avoid death. In fact, I'd say we fear death even more than we did when we were alive. For we heroic spirits know all too well how miraculous it is to be summoned. We know that this opportunity will never come again. We know how rare it is to be granted dreams even after death. Most of all, we know what dying feels like. We know how painful, how bitter, how sad it can be. You may think we can bear it because we've experienced it before, but you would be wrong. Death is something living things can only bear once. To suffer the pain of my own death over and over again, and make others grieve my passing several times, is simply more than I can take. If I may confide, I'm hoping you'll let me escape with my life.
Whether you live or die here is entirely up to you. The only one I mean to kill is your master. If you're willing to stand down, I'm willing to let you go. It'd be a shame to waste this impressive technique of yours. Even if your master were dead, you would still live a good life here in Fairy Britain.
No, Tam Lin Gawain, I could not. That is why I'm going to stop you. It is the least I can do to repay the debt I owe to the one who I trusted in my knighthood, even when I was fighting against him in a moment of weakness. I know nothing of your life or circumstances, and I confess I don't care a whit about your idea of justice. My only interest is in using this life of mine for the one I love, no matter what it takes.
Yo! Yo! You tied my whole body up with string. When did you do that? But so what? If you think a mere human can hold me down, you're... What is this? How is this even possible? How did you put all these strings all over town without any magical energy? I never even saw you move your hands. Whoa! Whoa! Sick!
Indeed. These restraints rely on weight, not strength. The mass of this very town, the culmination of human technology, is what holds you in place. Thanks to our earlier battle, I know how strong you are, and I know you cannot break these restraints with brute force alone. I may no longer have the fingers on my right hand, but I still have my mouth. Now, otherworldly knight, prepare to face the full force of my airstrike.
What? You say it's lowly human technology that holds me in place? That does it. You deserve to die a miserable death after all, servant. I'm going to dash any hopes you had of this pathetic trick working. Whoa?
超えても無駄です。痛みを与え、嘆きを奏で。フェイド、これが私。
話にならんな。真の姿を見せてやる。反人類史何する者ぞ。外傷軟弱凶暴なり、我が剣の死にもならず。
That was pretty cool. Whoa! Everything's on fire now.
Are you hurt, Lady Gawain? What are we gonna do about the ranch?
Don't worry about it. I'll take full responsibility when reporting to Her Majesty. Now, gather all our fastest runners and go after that human and servants who managed to escape. You should be able to catch up to them much quicker than me right now. I'll join afterward. Don't worry, I'm not saying it. I'm not just saying it like that idiot knight did a moment ago. Once you catch up, surround and restrain them, but don't kill them until I get there.
Yes, Lady Gawain, consider it done.
That hurt more than I expected. My whole body is still a little numb. I should have asked that man's name. He deserved that much before I killed him. Hold on. What was that whinny? Huh? What was that sound? Sorry, I'll explain later. Right now, we need to get away from the fairies chasing us. Can you stand? Can you run? Okay, I'm gonna put you down. Now run for it. How can Earth-clan fairies be so fast? They're almost on us, Da Vinci. Damn it. After Tristan managed to buy us some time. But what can we do? There's nowhere to hide out. Oh, what's that sound? Oh, whoa! New drip. Oh, good, I made it. I heard you guys were in trouble, so I figured, hey, Fairy King Oberon to the rescue. You guys know what carriages are, right? Great, then get in. I'll carry you. Wait. I'll catch you all up later. Okay. Carriage? As in a carriage? Carriage? The kind only clan heads are allowed to use?
Oh, hey! That's right! Crews that exploit animals are prohibited by British law. But there are some fairies out there who voluntarily provide such labor themselves. My name's Red Rabbit, the Fey Horse. I'm a Fang Clan fairy who's always been fascinated with carriage culture. I usually serve Lady Aurora, but just as once I agreed to serve Lord Oberon as well. Something tells me this is fate at work, so why not sit back and see how great a carriage ride can be, Snort?
Red Rabbit. Red Rabbit. That's all. There's a whole lot I'd like to comment on here, but for now I'll just say, oh, great timing, Oberon. Come on, guys, get on. Those soldiers will never catch us now. I like how no matter what, red hair exists. Like, red hair will be born. No matter where human history takes. Clever of them. Do you know who that carriage belongs to?
No, my lady. One of our soldiers used to build carriages. He said he didn't recognize the design, rather. He thinks one of the clans must have made it without the High Queen's permission. I'm so sorry we couldn't be of more help.
No matter. Call the soldiers back. We're returning to Camelot.
Are you sure, my lady?
I don't have time to go around chasing after rats. Don't scratch that. They're not even rats. Britain is the High Queen's garden, and no garden is entirely free of pests. I just let my temper get the better of me this time. Next time we meet, I'll grind them beneath my boot. Assuming I ever do meet them again, of course. We have someone much better at squashing bugs in any case.
Oh, you mean Fair Lancelot, the strongest Tam Lin in all of Britain. She'll crush those bugs in no time, no matter where they try to hide. Why are you talking about Lady Lancelot in front of Lady Gawain, you idiot? Have you got a death wish? Oh, forgive me, Lady Gawain, I meant no disrespect. You are, of course, the strongest of the Tam Lin.
It's all right. You are correct. She is the strongest, but watch your tongue next time. She's not the strongest of the Tam Lin. She's the strongest creature in all of Fairy Britain. Oh? Really? She isn't even in the same category as us. Do remember that.
Yes, my lady. I'll never forget it again. She's French. Oh, God!
Good. Now bring the captured humans here so I can deal with them before we leave.
Please, wait. You've got it all wrong. This wasn't our fault. Those soldiers opened our doors without asking. I told them we didn't want to go. Please don't kill me. I'll never hope for freedom again. I still have 10 years left. Does that make me a valuable slave? Please, just spare my...
She's turning him into a pupper. Yep. Those legs were way too human-like. I know your place, dog. Any human who so much as thinks about running away is worthless even as a slave. This new form suits you much better. By the time I'm done breaking you in, maybe you'll be ready to rejoin your fellow human slaves. Am I a bottom? Because I look at that and I'm like, I don't know, but no, you know what? I think it's just because I'm not a furry. I think that's why I look at that and I'm like, nah, I'm not all about that bark like a dog life, you know? I'm not for that. I'm not for that. All right, guys. Oh, thank God. I thought it was permanent. Sorry, notes? What the frick? This is the best button ever. What? Oh my God. What? This is wild. It's so good. Oh my God. I know that this story is going to go buck wild. So because of that, it's like, yeah, we need that. We need the numbers here. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time for some more Let's Play Fate Grand Order. We'll see you then for that. Ciao.